fall again. I have been thinking about everything we left unsaid. I know I probably didn't do it like the rest. God, it feels like these past 2 years been nothing but a day.
Hello, everyone. Happy Monday. Hope everyone had a great weekend. And I cannot believe that I am starting this week saying thank you for 19,000 subscribers. I mean, I said, oh, we'll get to 20,000 by the end of the year, probably by Wednesday. Like, even just, let me have a look at my analytics. Yeah, just yesterday, oh, sorry, no, that's views, that's not subscribers. Sorry, folks. Okay, go to audience. Yeah, even just yesterday, I got like over 300. 300 of you just came from 497. 497 of you. Where have you come from? Welcome to the Doctors of Success podcast. Almost 2,000 new subscribers in a week. My gosh, I don't know what the YouTube algorithm is doing. I guess all the news of Invictus and Megan at the Beyonce concert, just wow. Welcome. Thank you, all of you, for your support and showing up every single day. Okay, just wanted to start by paying my respects to the victims of 9/11 and their families. I think it's been 22 years. Gosh, time just flies. And I still remember that day like it was yesterday. You know, these moments really do stick in your mind. And I was actually in Zambia at the time. And I woke up in the morning and it was on the TV. And you know, the brain does very, very weird things sometimes. And I don't know what it was. I had a very, very weird experience that day where I saw those images on the TV. And it was almost like it wasn't real. It was actually so strange. I walked out that door almost like I'd seen nothing. And then later that day, when we'd come back, we'd gone out. And later that day, when we come back, my dad said, "Oh, we're going to the church service this evening." It was like a normal church service, but they actually had a moment of prayer for the for the victims of what happened that day. And it was in that moment when we were in the church that it was just like like all the emotions just came crashing down. And it's just so weird what the brain can do sometimes when you are literally in shock. I think I was actually just in shock, so much shock, like so many of us were that day at what happened. And it was only when we kind of sat in that moment of prayer, it was like whoosh, like it all just came down. But of course, whatever I was feeling that day was absolutely nothing compared to what those in America and those in New York. I think New Yorkers are some of the most resilient city folk in the world. You have been through so much, and I have so much respect for you. So much respect for the first responders, many of whom unfortunately have passed away over the years because of smoke inhalation illnesses. and also to our four-legged friends. I think the last of the 9/11 rescue dogs died quite recently. And of course, our faves did go to pay their respects not too long ago at the 9/11 memorial. So truly a day that changed the world. It led us into the war, and let us not forget those who had to fight in that war, and unfortunately those on the other side of that war. Many of them, innocent, nothing to do with a bunch of terrorists that did what they did that day, but also got caught up in the complications of the war as well. And my thoughts and prayers also to the people of Afghanistan and all the veterans that have served in that war. Um, Joan, you said that you lived in New York when it happened. My goodness, yeah, it was like there is a world before and after 9/11. Like it's just one of those days that just it changed the world. Certainly changed America. Okay, on to the next thing. Also, this I believe was 19 years ago today. Now, first in the comment section, all of us who are iconic know what this is. So in the comment section, what was this? 19 years ago this happened. What was this? Say it in the comments. Say it in the comment section in the funniest way that you can say it. Yes. Boo Boo Romeo. And you get a car. And you get a car. And you get a car. And let's not forget, I mean, this was, oh, sorry about the echo. This was days when TV had money. She flew that whole audience to Australia. And actually, there's a woman who was on TikTok who actually got one of those cars, and she spoke about the experience. And she said that apparently after the camera stopped rolling, Oprah sat down and she said to all of them, a lot of you may not feel like it, but you are worthy of this. And she still has her car. They had an option. I think they had to choose between like a red, a blue, and a silver. I think she got like a Honda. And she still has her car. So yes, those people did indeed get their cars. I can see in the comment section. I mean, this is iconic TV. They don't do it like this anymore. They really don't. I feel like I started watching the Oprah show. Actually, it was towards the end of the run, and I just hate that we don't have this type of TV anymore. Just like iconic. Anyway, somebody who's becoming iconic right now, Harry. Somebody held this up at the Invictus opening ceremony, and people were wondering who was this lady who drew this wonderful picture of Diana and her son. It turns out it was somebody in the Canadian delegation, and she was actually able to hand the photo to Harry himself. How lovely. And everybody can see it. Everybody can see that Harry is truly his mother's son. He embodies her so much in so many ways. And for sure, Diana is looking down very, very, very proud. Also, Macklemore, who performed at the opening, he posted this very funny picture. He said, 2,000 shares and me and Harry will drop our album. Please name the group. And he also did a funny edit with a Photoshop with Harry's book Spare, which he is reading. So great performance by Macklemore, and good job by the Invictus team for managing to book him. And people have taken notice. Officials have taken notice at how much news this is generating. The British press can ignore it all they want. Everybody else is not ignoring it. Unfortunately, the coverage that I've seen from the British press, people like Sky News, is that they've tried so hard to put such a negative spin on it. Like, oh, this is a rebrand of Harry, and oh, despite all the drama, as if they're not the ones who have been spinning the negative narrative. But people who matter have noticed. And so, yes, it was announced today that Korea has officially launched a bid to host the Invictus Games. Let me just get that article now so we can read it, because the official did actually make a comment about this. This is not just hearsay. One of the officials actually spoke about it. So I do apologize. Let me. Don't know which one of my files I've put it in, but amazing. I hope Korea wins. I really do hope they win. That would be incredible. It will be the first time that it is on the Asian continent, and Korea is a very it's a country that's definitely in the pop culture lexicon. Like, a lot of tourists will want to go. Like, K-pop, K-dramas they've just really blown up over the last few years. So it's become a huge part of pop culture, but of course, all of the traditional culture that's there as well. And Harry was actually seen in the yesterday taking photographs with the Korean delegation. So so the Minister of Patriots and Veterans Affairs, Park Min-sik, met with Prince Harry at the Invictus Games as part of efforts to host the games in Korea in 2029. Park, according to the ministry, told Harry during their meeting that Korea wishes to host the games. So my man just rolled straight up to our ginger and said, "Oh, we hosting the games. Bring it over here, please." Park said that Korea would become the first country in Asia to host the games if it is selected as the host nation. It will be an opportunity for the Invictus spirit to spread across the world beyond East and West. And if you watch the Invictus documentary, one of the South Korean athletes actually made a point of talking about how, disability is looked down upon in South Korea. And so I think it would also be an amazing opportunity to change attitudes around disability. It would be a stage where the people around the world would share the experience and value of the dedication for freedom and the universal international solidarity that was shared during the Korean War. The Veterans Ministry said that during their conversation, Harry said Korea could secure the opportunity as soon as 2027. At an earlier dinner reception hosted by the Invictus Games Foundation, attended by Veterans Affairs and Defense Ministers from 11 countries, Park said Korea is determined to host the Games. The Invictus Games are more than just an international sports competition, Park said. The Games are a moving scene where wounded, injured, and sick service members come together. In particular, competitors challenging their limits with unwavering determination remind us of South Korea, he said. South Korea rose from the ruins of the Korean War 17 years ago without giving in and achieved remarkable growth. He added that if Korea hosts the Invictus Games, it would not only serve as a source of inspiration for wounded and injured service members and veterans, but also offer encouragement to nations such as Ukraine that are resolutely committed to rebuilding the communities after enduring the war. Park noted Korea's experience in hosting global sporting events, including 1988 Seoul Olympics, and the joint hosting of the 2002 World Cup with Japan and the 2018 Winter Olympics. Park added that Korea is also seeking to secure the bid to host the World Expo in 2030. He also said that the Korean government would extend an invitation to the 22 countries that had fought alongside Korea during the Korean War if it becomes the host nation. Incredible. I mean, my man just went straight in there and was like, "We want to host. Here are all the details. Oh, and by the way, here's our whole CV. Do you remember when we hosted this, that, and the third? And everybody and their grandmother is welcome." Incredible. All right, let's hang on a sec, folks. Somebody just rang the doorbell. I don't know if that's my Airbnb host. Give me one sec. Give me one sec, folks. Okay, sorry about that, folks. And we are back. Okay, and how amazing would that be? I mean, I listen. If they win, I'm just saying it now. I will make no excuses. I will be there. If Korea wins 2029, I'm there. 100% I'm there. Because that would be an amazing way of enjoying Invictus and then putting it together with like a whole trip. Lorna, you said, I think Korea will get it because they have the newest facilities after the Olympics and it would benefit them the most. Yes, so they could actually make use of all of that. Meanwhile, nobody wants to host the Commonwealth Games. Wah wah. This is why I'm saying you do not try and take what others have been anointed with. You don't try and take it away from them. You don't try and destroy it because it is you that will be destroyed. Everything that they have been throwing at Harry and Meghan is all coming back to them. And Harry and Meghan's star just keeps rising and rising. Dorothy, you would think that his family and press would be happy for him. What they may think of him, give the man credit. Do you know something? They cannot admit that they messed up. They will never be able to admit it. Because if they admit it, then it makes them look silly. The whole smear campaign that they've been fueling, just well, I mean, it's already unraveling, but it's going to unravel even faster. And they have to also explain where all of that hatred was coming from. Oy. Yeah, now everybody wants to work with them, and why wouldn't you? You can see the vision, you can see things get done. I mean, I'm sure all of these officials that are there, they're looking at how things are organized. They're looking at how happy people are, the amount of attention that it's bringing to the host city, both on the ground and on social media. I've been looking at a lot of squaddies are down there. Shout out to the squaddies who are there. Hope you're having a good time. Everybody just looks like they are just having the best time ever. And I think do I have some other pictures of Harry and oh, that's a shame. Maybe I didn't upload it, but I had pictures of Harry and the French mascot. You also had one of the another representative talking to Hello Magazine about Harry's sense of leadership. Meanwhile, this is happening. Oh dear. I mean, listen, I don't like to be mean and petty for the sake of it, but oh, what can you say? They bought this on themselves, okay? The picture says 1,000 words. I don't need to say anything. Right. What else was I going to? Yeah, I think there was nothing else really that I was gonna say. I think Harry has voluntarily silenced his critics. They wanted to take away his medals, take away his uniform, take away his title. I mean, take them all if you want to take them all. None of that matters. A soldier's heart isn't in his medals; it's in his soul. If somebody's a king in character, they don't need a kingly title. If somebody is a good leader and they are able to get people to follow them, if they're able to inspire them, they don't need a crown and a golden rod. They don't need a whole coronation. The people decide to coronate that person, and that's effectively what's happened at Invictus. I mean, they were scared that they were going to have Diana 2.0. I mean, with Invictus, Harry has a reach that they can only dream of. A reach that they only still have a fraction of because they've still got the Commonwealth. If the Commonwealth countries slowly start coming out one by one, what reach are they going to have then? And I mean, I don't know how many times we're going to say it, but I'll say it again. They messed up big time because Harry is effectively doing with Invictus Games what they want to be doing with the monarchy. They want that reach. But what he is doing is actually giving back to others, not residing over them, creating community and giving back, treating people as equals, not putting yourself on a pedestal while other people are below you, like they're peasants. They're meant to bow, they're meant to line up in formation. And the royals and the royal institution could have had this. This to me is what royalty, if we're going to have it or any kind of sentiment of it, should be in the modern era, giving back to people, giving back to communities, inspiring people, motivating people. And he's doing it all without taxpayer funding. Harry 1, Royal Institution -1. All right. That is all I have to say for today, folks. Invictus Day 2, Harry was looking very, very sharp. Look at Auntie. Look at Auntie looking at her nephew. I mean, his fit, both the casual and the suit fits perfect. I hope everyone's been enjoying. I saw some people at the wheelchair basketball today. April, May, what they are doing just keeps rolling off of Harry and Meghan's backs and infuriates them. Yes, indeed. Carmen, I am surprised that the British public is allowing the royal family and British media to disrespect their military like this. Invictus isn't about Harry, it's about the veterans. Yes. And the royals haven't said anything. I mean, you don't even have to mention Harry at all. Just say congratulations and good luck to Team GB. You would say it with any. In fact, just today I saw something on one of the royal pages. They wished good luck to there was some all women ocean racing team. You know, they were like, good luck, girls. We'll just say good luck to Team GB Invictus. Like it just makes you look so petty. Mind you, the army personnel, those are His Majesty's soldiers. Sonia, you said, is yours still okay for PayPal? Yes, yes. Thanks so much for your generosity. Oh, Tamiko, 10 months. This has been an amazing 2 weeks. Yes, it has been. Thank you so much for your support and being here. And Joyce Davis, thank you so much for the super sticker. Much appreciated. Thank you. Thank you all for your generosity. Disorganized Crafter, you said they always get on Harry and Meghan for using their royal status, so nothing about the sit down for the podcast. Yeah, I think they can't go in too hard on that one because it's Mike Tyndall's podcast, but you're right. Mind you, as we learned in the Netflix documentary, Harry and Meghan offered to give up their titles. For whatever reason, we don't know exactly why, but I have my guesses. The institution said no. Yeah, they really thought that they were going to be able to distract from Invictus with a podcast where Kate's talking about she likes to jump into cold water at night. Just make it make sense, please. And everybody is asking, how is it that they had time for the rugby, but they had no time for the women's football? And apparently the Lionesses are not too happy. Oh, actually, I've just remembered because I do have it on a slide. Yay! Ding dong, the watch is gone. This guy, Luis Rubiales, I probably said that wrong, says he will resign. Goodbye. He's offering no apology to the woman who he kissed without her consent in front of the whole world and then tried to deny it and then almost had his mother killed because that woman was out here starving in a church. Instead, he's going on a 2-hour sit down with Piers Morgan. 2 hours to talk about what? This could have gone a very different way if you had just been humble, apologize, and actually, why not sit down with a woman and say, do you know what? Let's have a conversation about consent. Let's have a conversation about accountability. Why don't you ask with a sit down with her? And we could be having a very positive conversation, I think. Now he's gonna go sit down for 2 hours with Piers Morgan and talk about what? If that's what he's willing to do in public, to that what he did to that woman at the World Cup, what has he been doing in private? If I was him, I would sit down because I guarantee you, they're gonna start coming out of the woodworks, and I hope they do. Please. Anyway, that was some good news. Tanya, you said, I love Harry's part of his speech when he said that everyone is here because of you. Yes, indeed, that is what we are here for. Support the veterans, their families, and give them something to look forward to feel inspired by. And I think we all feel inspired by it also. Ah, yes, the Senator of Kenya. Yes, I actually posted a video of her on Instagram. I think I might have posted it on my YouTube as well. And I've been posting so much today, I can't keep up. Okay, I haven't posted it on my YouTube yet, but I will. Emma, I haven't seen any eggs flying either. I have not seen any eggs flying either. Yeah, it's Sky News and the British media that are putting out all the negative spin. I've seen nothing but positive feedback from everybody else about the Invictus Games, and a lot of it is people who aren't in the squad. A lot of the commentary that I've seen coming up are just from everyday people who are just, you know, seeing what they're seeing with their own eyes. That Harry's created something that has brought people together, that has brought people happiness, and that is given back to the community. No, Tanya, there's no eggs flying because the welfare rules are staying inside. Yeah, they inside, Harry and Meghan, they outside. We outside. You love it when I say what? Yeah, basically that's the story of the other royals' lives. What? Sorry. Oh gosh. Madwell, he should be fired instead of allowing him to resign. Yeah, that exactly. Oh, thank you so much, Lorna, for 14 months of membership. Thank you. Um, what cold water? Oh gosh, Lorna, Lorna, behave now. Thank you so much for 14 months. um, Felix Bay, believe you me, 2 hours of poop face is all going to be about Harry and Meghan. Oh, he will somehow find a way of pulling Meghan's name into it. Gosh, absolutely pathetic. Jessica, they are too stupid to realize that a negative word against the victors is also a negative voice against their own veterans. That exactly. All right, who's gonna get the last word of the day? I mean, Anne's face just tells it all, doesn't it? And Williams too, but and look at the way she's got her hands crossed. Oh dear. I mean, they can try and put on a show all they want, but it just reveals them even more. All right, folks. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you over at Barron's for me tomorrow morning. It will be the evening, I guess, for most of you in the US. And yeah, enjoy Is tomorrow? Oh, I don't actually know what sports are on tomorrow. I have to double check the schedule. As soon as I find it, I'll repost it. Okay. Keep enjoying Invictus. Keep supporting. Ciao.
For a fact, they both don't like that woman.
Yeah, I told you.
I tell you that because, furthermore, if you look at the situation, their father met that woman when he was 29. Do you know how old Diana was? 16. Diana was 16.
My goodness.
My man
What
was
would they say in 2023?
You see? The age police have not said anything.
The age
So
police.
now, when your
Severe grooming.
imagine your mother goes on TV
brutal, man.
and says your father and his descendants and his predecessors are bullying me, they're making me not eat, the woman is giving me sleepless nights, and then my mother dies, and then you go and marry that woman. Huh? You think I'm gonna like that woman?
That is a slap in the face.
A big slap in the face. But for William, as you said, he's sucking up because what? For him, he wants to be king.
He wants to be king.
So, but Harry, my guy, my brother, sticking up for his brother.
What you call a man that does not stand for anything, can fall for anything.
He will fall. Look at him, he's just like the wind.
That's why his head is falling as well. His hair is falling out.
Allegedly, he's also like father, like son, I hear.
Yeah.
He also has a side copying, but
Oh.
allegedly, man. Allegedly.
Is this a news flash?
And
Are
allegedly,
you breaking?
she was there at the
We
coronation.
didn't confirm it. We didn't hear it here.
Me, I'm just talking what I read in the newspapers.
Yeah.
What newspaper is this?
That already she was also there at the coronation. On Camilla's side. That's what I saw.
William had chest, eh?
Allegedly. So for me, I don't think they like her, but they tolerate her.
So they have a department of side piece affair.
Uh-huh.
Was it me? Did you not see that?